Reading one book is like eating one potato chip. One is never enough. So today on Singer Life in 60, we have the publisher of Perera-Hussein Publishing House, Sam Perera, sharing some of his best reads for the weekend or the week, so we can have a reading feast on Singer Life in 60.
So Naomi Munavira is another one of these authors whom we have been very lucky with. The Island of a Thousand Mirrors is, of course, set in the backdrop of the Civil War. And I won't spoil the story for you, but I will tell you that it was longlisted, shortlisted, and won many international awards. It is a book you must read. It tells you a lot about Sri Lanka and where we have come. Sundara Lingam was a minister in Sri Lanka's first independent cabinet, and he is one of the first Tamil intellectuals to write about his disenchantment with progressive Sinhala governments. As you know, Sri Lanka's independence didn't go very well with minorities. The honeymoon didn't last very long, and the first riots were in 1956, barely 8 years after independence. If you read this book, it will give you pointers as to where we began to go wrong. This is a blast from the past. Alagu Subramaniam was a barrister, and he wrote a book of short stories in the 1950s. We republished the book because it gives a marvelous and nostalgic view of Jaffna in the 1950s, a time which has evolved and will never come back. The stories are short stories, they're marvelously written, and will give you a good feel of time and place.
Did I say a reading fest? Well, yes it is. If you want to get those books and more, the Perera-Hussein Virtual Book Fair is on. Just click on the website and get 30 to 60% off on all Perera-Hussein titles. Fill your arms up with books and enjoy the read and the ride. Thank you, Sam Perera, for sharing your weekend reads with us on Singer Life in 60. If you'd like to watch the full programs of Kaleidoscope, log on to our YouTube channel, Kaleidoscope with Savithri, Rodrigo.